Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
uh, I'm good. How are you doing? It's a Sunday.
I'm doing great.
Thought it was going to be a very, very slow Sunday, but I ended up having a lot of errands and chores to run. So,
I mean, I feel like that's every Sunday. It's Sunday's catch up day.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of catch up, right? Hey, filmmakers, let's catch up,
Let's
right?
catch up.
Yeah. So what's happening now for us at the festival is we're about to hit our final submission deadline.
Yeah.
So if you're an alumni, if you're a new filmmaker, um, there you go. He's working on stuff there. If you've never been to the festival before, the festival's coming up. It's coming up in July. It's July 20th through the 23rd. That's 2023. So
Hmm.
that's a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll cycle through those photos again. Because yeah, the submissions are coming up. The end of submissions are coming up. That's happening on Tuesday. So if you are a filmmaker, it's midnight at your time on Tuesday. That's when the submissions end. So you got to submit before then via Film Freeway, or you can go to our website deepintheheartff.com/submissions. That will send you to the right place as well.
It's in the ticker below.
Yep, it's in the ticker below. Um, that'll give you all the details, all the rules. If you've never submitted a film before, it'll give you links to walk you through how to submit a film to us. Yeah, and right now you're kind of looking at some photos from just last year of
This
what we
is,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is cool. This is a unique thing that we do in Waco. This is a locations tour that all the filmmakers are involved in. It is a reservations first come first serve, but all our filmmakers get to see. And this is actually really cool because it's a cemetery, and not many locations allow you to actually shoot in the cemetery, but in Waco you can.
Yes. Yeah, so that's one of the locations we have that we usually make as part of the tour, checking out that cemetery because it is film friendly. You just got to go through meeting the board there and getting details with them to make sure you're approved to shoot at that cemetery.
Right.
But that is one great thing about Waco. Waco is the only time you need a filming permit is when you're shutting down a road. If you're shooting in your house or on the street, like a sidewalk or things like that, as long as you are not blocking traffic, you're free to film in Waco.
Right.
So that's one thing that makes us film friendly. And another thing is our festival. So like
And
I said,
the permit process for closing on a street is actually really, really simple as well. They don't overcomplicate things.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so we want you part of the festival. Watch the movies. Like if you've never been, we show at the historic Waco Hippodrome. It's one of the locations we have and venues that we use. We have parties, films, panels. It's a lot of fun. Sammy, if we got any pictures of the parties or panels, I forget. I forget what we
Well,
loaded
the
up.
panel is this one here. If I can click back over, yeah, this is was our filmmaker panel from last year, basically talking about methods of distribution when you are not only having a short film, which distribution is now becoming a thing for short films that wasn't even 5 years ago, but also talking about feature films and even the jump from shorts to features, and also how to really involve the film festivals into that strategy for distribution. So that's just one we had last year. And we've got a lot of good panels that we're planning for this year as well. Definitely stuff that's going to be good for filmmakers that are first timers and even for experts.
Yeah, yeah, we're all about industry education there, learning about different facets of the industry. Like Samuel mentioned, this panel specifically, one of the things I really appreciated them talking about is festival strategy.
Yeah.
If you have a short film, what kind of outlets can you do that are streaming, but also like what is the best way to approach submitting to film festivals? Because it can be a scary thing, especially if you're really new at this stuff. Even if you've been around, it's always good to know more about what festivals are looking for, and specifically what are the best festivals for your film.
Yep.
So yeah, we're all about industry education, and then like the parties are always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have 4 days of festival, but 5 parties.
Yeah, we have an opening night party. We have a red carpet party. We've got a game night party, which can't always show those pictures. Uh, we, we've got a closing night party, and I think we sneak another one in there as well.
Yeah, it's our awards ends up being a party too.
Sure.
And we have lots of food and lots of tasty beverages of all sorts at those parties, so it's always a lot of fun. So yeah, if you end up getting a VIP pass for our festival, that's the way to enjoy every facet of the festival. You get to catch all the films, go to all the parties, attend the panels, things like that. So we want you guys, we want Waco, we want filmmakers to be a part of it. So filmmakers, submit to us by Tuesday, and Waco, lovely people. Keep your eyes open for VIP passes and tickets going on sale probably right around the end of May.
Yep. And that is Tuesday at midnight your time. Film Freeway will go with the time zones. So
yeah, for submissions. Now, speaking of events that we do, Samuel, you and I last night, or not last night, was it last night? Time is a flat circle. Friday night, we hosted a 254 showcase, and that was all about films specifically from Waco. The festival, our July festival, is films from all over the world, including Waco, but 254 night is specifically just for Waco, Central Texas films. So we have a couple of pictures from that evening.
Yeah.
It was a sold out screening, had about 70 people out there, full of networking, really great work from our local filmmakers. It was a lot of fun.
It was a blast. And yeah, we got to, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to, there we go. Yeah, and this was a good panoramic of our people, and a lot of the standing people are our filmmakers. So we had them, represent and stand and show themselves. So we got to see some great local fare, and there were some people who had actually been in the film festival proper in the main event. They got to show their stuff again for the 254 night as well.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and bring in our guest, if you don't mind, Samuel. He's one of the filmmakers that we had out for the 254 showcase. Folks, let's introduce Luke Larson.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, nice to be here.
All right. Hey, so Luke, first, tell us about your film that you had at the 254 showcase.
Yeah. So the film I had was called We Want In, and that was a film that was also showed at the festival last year. And the origins of it are it's kind of a funny story. It was for a school competition for film that I found, and I got into it and I progressed to the state level, but then it was disqualified because I had one of my friends' brothers was helping us with it, and so they disqualified it, which was very tragic to me. But I decided to submit it to a local film festival, which was deep in the heart, and it got in, and I was able to show it there to a crowd. And I was really thankful for that opportunity too. It was a great experience.
Well, we were thankful for the submission because, as some of the people can attest, we're the closer you get to local, the more picky we get, because we really want to represent the 254 in a good way. So we want to thank you for a great submission and for submitting to us and allowing us to screen it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Fantastic. So tell us about your experience with the 254 night.
254 night was great. I was super excited about the turnout. I think it's great that our community actually is really responsive and interested in filmmaking. And again, I think you said already that it was a sold out night, which was just warmed my heart. But all the films there were super entertaining. I was glad to see that there were people in Waco that really care about filmmaking, and they can make pretty good quality films too. And then we had another aspect of kind of the film festival in general, but also this Waco film community it's very accessible. So a lot of the filmmakers that had films in there were also there that night. So it gave it, you could just walk up to the person that made a film you really loved and just, start a conversation with them, get to know them. And that's something I really love about this community too.
Totally agree. I love that I'm meeting more people in the community every day. You just don't realize how many people are getting out there, making films, telling stories that, we've been doing this for 7 years now, and we're still finding new people, new filmmakers. I think that's amazing.
Mm-hmm, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the aspect of one of the best parts of what we do is helping build the networks that are in town. Because we'll meet folks that we hadn't met before, and we'll introduce them to other folks. And like one of the things that warmed my heart about the 254 night is after Samuel and I were leaving and loading up the screens and getting ready to take off, there was still a couple of filmmakers hanging out, talking out in front of the venue. I mean, we shut the place down, but they were still talking at the venue, talking about their specialties. Oh, I'm a writer, I'm a director, oh, I'm a cinematographer, exchanging, emails, exchanging each other's Instagram, which Luke's is at the bottom if you want to follow Luke. Yeah, just getting to know each other and, talking about, hey, what is the next project? Because for us, what was super, super important was, getting a filmmaker from film A and a filmmaker from film B to meet and hopefully make film C, make something new that's happening out there. So that's really exciting, and it's great that we can help promote those opportunities.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of opportunities, Luke, you're graduating senior, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure you've been asked this question a ton. What's next for you?
I plan on becoming a mime. Pursuing no. I think I'm going to I think I'm going to college in Worcester, Ohio. Where I'm going to study anthropology and things like that. But I'd really love to keep the momentum I've gained currently and try and settle myself in another area where I can get work and just keep working in the industry, in making images and moving pictures. So I think, yeah, the next step would be get to college, plant myself in there, and just see how far I can get without, maybe dropping out super early.
Yeah, I will say I think it's smart to. I think filmmakers can learn their craft without necessarily having to go to film school. I'm not knocking film school at all, but I think you become a really well-rounded person if you explore other things that you can then tell stories about those other things you explore. So I applaud you for going to anthropology and exploring something that'll expand your mind, and then you're taking the skills and the tool sets you've already got for filmmaking, and when you go into the process, it's the process of making those films, and you can probably attest to this, Luke, that even trains you. You're always your current project is good and it's what it is, but you're finding that you're learning so much that you were like, oh, I'm going to use this for my next project. So I applaud you with the anthropology.
Yeah, thank you. And I know I even have friends that are planning on going to film school right now. They've submitted their things and stuff like that. But so I think one of them has been accepted already to something on the West Coast. But I definitely think that it's you really have to balance out that part of your life with the technology and learning about filmmaking and really just learning about life and experiencing things. And I think it is a good balance to maybe even give yourself a challenge of not approaching it through film school, approaching it from the ground up, working your way up towards that experience level, and still using that time though to
right,
anthropology, philosophy, just living in general. So yeah.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it, Luke.
Yeah, I think having well-rounded filmmakers and well-rounded storytellers and well-rounded people, that's just like super important nowadays, to be able to understand multiple perspectives. It makes us better communicators. So yeah, again, I echo Samuel. Congrats, Luke. Man, I'm proud of you. I get a little envious this time of year because we got so many young people moving on to awesome, cool things, and us old people like me and Samuel, we're cheering you on.
Speak for yourself. I'm cheering him on. I'm not old. Awesome, Luke. Well, thank you again for your time. I know you've got to jet off, but appreciate you filling us in on your projects and your future. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Awesome. Talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
So,
and,
Louis, can I actually jump in, because we were talking about talking with people after the 254, and it made me think about the crew database that we're putting together. Do you mind if I?
Yeah.
So let me actually take Luke's banner down.
Follow Luke.
Oh, definitely. All right, but yeah, definitely follow us. You can DM us on Instagram, or if you go to our Insta links through there, you'll find this crew database link in there. And that's what we were talking with all the folks after the 254 the other night. We want Waco to be a community where if you have a skill set and you're looking for a project, or if you have a project and you're looking for a skill set, that you can connect with other people in the community. And so this is a situation where you can go to this. It's a Google Doc. You can fill it out. We're creating a database right now, and it really talks about everything you could or couldn't do, things you aspire to even. And yeah, if you fill that out, then you'll get on that database as a local 254 filmmaker. So please take advantage of that. And if you know filmmakers, tell them to take advantage of that.
Awesome. Yeah. Like Samuel said, it's always we love being able to help connect people in our community. Different, if you're a producer that's looking for a director or a writer, we want to be able to help with that. So if you are a filmmaker, getting on that list helps us. And if you're looking for help, shoot us an email. All that information's on our website. Now, Samuel, I got to experience something pretty cool this weekend. This is something that's been building up for a little while, and it was a lot of fun. And I have not been on a film set in a little bit, so it was really exciting to go to a film set this weekend. There was a short film shooting here in Waco, actually at Waco Airport, at Waco Regional, which is super cool. So one of the coolest things about this is the filmmaker right there is Hen Dratchman. And Hen is an alumni of our festival. She's been in with a short film, Book of Ruth, as well as a short screenplay, But I'm a Shoe. And her screenplay was part of the contest last year. And it was a finalist. We loved it. It was fantastic. It was hilarious. And yeah, she was talking about how, well, it'll never be made because, she's from New York. Like you can shoot in LaGuardia or JFK. That's not going to happen. But I was like, oh, well, I think you can get that shot in Waco. I mean, a TSA checkpoint is a TSA checkpoint, right? And so, yeah, Hen did her homework. She worked with Carla Pendergraft, who is the Waco Film Commissioner at the Waco Convention Center. And they worked together. They got this location. They got approval to film out there. So, yeah, I got to hang out on set. I got to be an extra because I'm a little extra sometimes. It was really great. And
there's Soul.
Yeah, there's Soul. Yeah, part of Creative Waco, and she also volunteers at the festival with us. It was a great shoot. Everyone out there was so professional. We had some young folks out there from Baylor, some folks from the community as well. They're out there filming a few scenes. And actually, if you'll pause there for a second, Samuel, people may recognize Miss Janet Varney, who's there in the striped shirt. Janet has like dozens and dozens of credits on IMDb. She played the voice for Legend of Korra, or she was Korra in Legend of Korra. Yeah. Actually, I told her the thing that I was most excited about in her repertoire was a show from the early 2000s. Samuel, I don't know if you remember this. This was it's called On the Lot. It was a Fox show. So this was right after. Yeah, this was right after Project Greenlight on HBO.
Right.
Fox tried to do a version that was all about short filmmaking.
I do remember this. Yes.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was right after when we graduated. But Janet was in a bunch of their short films. She was part of the repertoire of players that would get the scripts and then immediately have to shoot. And so I was asking her, I was like, that had to be like improv. That had to be like, okay, we got a script. We're going to shoot it today. I mean, it had to be like doing 48s all the time. And she talked about how great that was. And she made some lifelong friends there. I'm speaking for her. I'm telling you all the stories. She was talking about how she's made lifelong friends there, including Randall Park, who, Randall Park's gone down to huge things like Fresh Off the Boat. He's on a Marvel character now.
Yeah, right.
WandaVision. So yeah, I mean, it was super cool talking to Janet. She was just the nicest person too. I mean, Soul and Hen there are super nice as well. It was just the friendliest set to be on.
Yeah.
my kids actually got to go too because they're big Korra fans, and immediately Janet was just like talking with them at their level, like just chatting about airbending and waterbending and all this stuff. Yeah, all the stuff that was like, I know about it, but it's like it's not my language. But oh man, she just
she was talking as Korra to them.
Well, she was talking about Korra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she was super friendly. Because you never know. You meet people, you're not sure how they're going to react, but man, she was like extraordinarily nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was very nice, very neat to meet Miss Varney, and then really great to catch up with Hen and Sol. It was a great set. Dan Beard was producing that film and was on set as well. Dan works with us at the festival, and he's a great guy too. So I mean, just lots of love, and that's one great thing about Waco is that there's so much things going on. You might not know that they're happening, but it's a really great and supportive film community. And it was a lot of fun being out there. So yeah, keep your eyes out. You never know. The next time you turn a corner, you might see that there's a film shooting. I know for a fact there's another one shooting at May. So if anyone's interested in being an extra there, contact us. I think that production company is still looking for a few extras. And yeah, there's lots of stuff happening in Waco.
Oh yeah, and I put the link for Hen's production company down below. That's her Instagram, and you can also just go to GraceDragonProductions.com if you want to follow more. But if you want to just track her on Instagram, you can check that out there.
Yeah, it's a fun film. It's going to be half live action, half animation. So keep your eyes open for that. It's called But I'm a Shoe, and hopefully it'll be coming out, before too long. Hopefully we'll have it at the festival. We'll see.
Definitely.
Well, not this one. I mean, it's just shooting now, so no way you can see by July. But but they're in projects right now. Yeah.
Right. Production. Cool. Yeah. So that's pretty much the rundown, I think, of what we wanted to share with everyone.
Yeah, that's my rundown too. Yeah. So the big thing for this episode was submissions closing very soon.
Yeah. Like
48 hours. So if you got like a 48-hour film, you could do it and still submit it.
Yes, you can. The great thing about 48s, if you do those, just know that you can take it afterwards and give it a little polish, and then submit those to film festivals. They actually, if you get in, you get that version, and then you take it and you just clean it up later and really put some good stuff on that. You never know what you can do with other film festival submissions there. So I highly recommend that. For us, the deadline again, it is April 4th at midnight your time. So make sure you get those in. I don't want to discourage anybody, but we're very, very pleased at the turnout this year. The quality of films has been amazing. And if you want to put your film in with a quality film festival that shows other quality films, I know we as filmmakers, when we were on the film circuit and we were putting it out there, it just felt good when you're sitting in a block and you're looking at the other films and going, wow, they like mine too, and it's up with this level. So we want to present that to our community as well. So please submit, check it out. And Lewis, if you want, I'll just end the show with the wrap up for last year.
Yeah.
We'll say goodbye and end the show out, and just make sure you get those films in. Yeah, basically, it's a good way. If you've never been to the festival before, it's take 2 minutes to see what's going on. This video will show you all about what we do, and we hope to see you out here in July. So submit this week. Keep an eye out for tickets and VIP passes in May. Bye, guys.